Real nice here. I'm heading towards my next destination, and this is Pass Creek. Pass Creek Pass, of course, is back that way, with some hiking trails at the top, and dispersed camping like this all along this lower part of the canyon. Lost River Mountain Range, Challis National Forest. Here it is. We're up higher now, and things really opened up. Open sage, desert, mesa up here. The pass is quite close. I pulled in here, and the road is real close right here. I don't know how busy it is. There's a creek right here. My guess is Pass Creek. Quite nice to have the water. And I was looking for a pull-out camp to kind of recuperate from the hiking. Yeah, this is the first day into an adventure into the Lost River Mountain Range, Challis National Forest, and this is just a pretty much entry, drop in, beat the heat situation. My thermometer reads 85 degrees over here in the tent. So I've got a spot here. The shade is going to keep me cool, and there's a great breeze coming through here. Fantastic breeze right now. Just keep it coming. Tomorrow we're going to hit the hiking trails. All right, it's the next day, and I've got the motorcycle hidden from the road up this trail, and I just about kicked myself for stopping when I did yesterday afternoon, because I would have been a whole lot happier up in these pine trees last night. Yeah, real nice back here. And this is the Wet Creek Trail, and one of the forks of the creek is right down here. It's kind of a tricky logistical hike and trip because it's short. Pretty much 7 miles in, and I'm about maybe 2 miles in, and what happens is it drops down to another creek canyon, big creek canyon, and then from there it climbs about 4,000 feet up to a lake, and that's going to be my final destination. But the thing is, I don't want to spend a night down in the bottom of a creek canyon. Elk or a moose? Pretty big. This is a side trail from the main trail. The creek is over here. Let's just see where this takes me. Here's a partial answer here. This is it's either droppings from a cow or a moose. And I don't think there are cows back here. Okay, I was just down here, just a tiny bit of a creek flowing through here. And I came up the slope here just to get a sense of where the trail was. It's close, it's right here. Very faint. We see where logs have been cut. Lots of animal signs in here. A little precautious. We see the trail picking up over here. Right in here would be a great, cool summer camping area because of all these big, tall, thick trees. And here, the trail crosses the creek. It's still flowing. And I guess I'm still gonna go farther. There's the creek. I just climbed up this. We're getting up here with awesome views. An open meadow, and my guess is the creek starts right in here somewhere. Yeah, just right in here is where the creek starts. It's a good landmark to find the trail. The trail just edges along the sage here, and we got a mouse down in here. I'm gonna go up here and look to see if there's any flat spots with these big trees. Here's the top. Not what I expected. There's a nice place over here. Might be something up here. Mosquitoes aren't so bad here. It's a bit breezy. And what I can see, there's a couple places that I could do a day hike just for a view. Maybe this is where the trail goes in this direction, and it kind of curls through this pass, I think. Water source is here, and that's where it ends, going this way. There's something on the map around the other side, but we don't know if it's reliable. I have a plan. I'm going to get another liter of water from here and follow the trail, hopefully to some kind of a pass here, and maybe have access to this slope and a view maybe of the next little bit. Well, this is the first established camp spot, and the creek actually starts from this pond here. Nice view. Mosquito factory. And this old guy, he's not alive anymore. And people, right here, you want to burn stuff, spend about 10 or 15 minutes and dig out that fire pit and build the wall around it. Building fires on top of a mound in a breezy location in this dry forest, you know what happens. Yeah, here I come to a clearing and I stop, check it out. Well, here is what the elk do while they're stopped checking it out. And just as I got the camera out, I heard an elk whistle back in here. Pretty far, half a mile maybe. And it looks really close now to the saddle. Look at this guy. Yeah, so cool right now. It's the pass, the saddle, and I'm gonna look for a place to camp. Look, it drops down kind of smooth too. Real thick in here, nice and cool. However, where it's breezy, no mosquitoes. No animals yet. Tons of signs. One important aspect is the camp chair. And this is perfect. And I think the tent is going to go right here. There's kind of a natural barrier behind it. And maybe with the tent sticking up, nothing will want to come this way. I've got some views into this meadow here, in case any animals come through. Mosquitoes, yeah, there's some in here. If the breeze keeps up, we're going to be alright. After the excitement ended and I got camp set up over here, I came back to where the trail entered this pass, and I don't know where the trail goes. There's an obvious path going right straight up this way. I don't think that's where the trail goes. More likely an animal trail. And then we've got a soft cut across the side of this slope. And then the way this path enters this saddle, it's in this direction. And I can't imagine why any of the trails would go this way and not down through these sage slopes and hills. Here's something just down from the slope over here, but almost looking like blazes with branches cut off to get your attention to this. Alright, there's my zone, and it works as a great snoozing zone. I just took a nap for like an hour and a half, had a snack and napped. So now I'm gonna hydrate with some Powerade, and I have this other mixture for electrolytes. Yeah, we're gonna need to hydrate, but after that I'm gonna climb up this peak here. As I mentioned earlier, there's two trails, one going kind of straight up it, and there's one off to the side. And now I'm looking, I wonder if that's a cairn right there, indicating that that's the trail to take, which seems a little odd that it would go up, but it might just go over. And maybe I'll have a view up top, because the trail that goes down goes right next to a draining watershed on the other side. And so it's a whole lot more comfortable up here. I was actually kind of cool in the tent. This is one silly thing to find on the trail. These are unused bullets, but there's exactly 6 bullets from a 38 special. You know, my guess, from a revolver, okay? And somehow the chamber opened up and they all fell out and the guy didn't know. I usually don't keep things like this, but I'd been recently thinking about purchasing a pistol. Yeah, 20 minutes and I'm up here. I took the switching trail across the side there, well worn, no marks of any cut trail maintenance on the trees or logs or anything, and it kind of peters out in here. What I'm going to do is try to get a view down into the next watershed just to see if I can see a trail. But this is really rugged up here. Easily could swallow a person up. And I'm just very tentative about leaving a trail. Well, I got sidetracked. This is like a rock hounds. People that like to look at rocks and possibly prospect. There's tons of quartz up here. I've got a piece in my pocket that has something reminiscent of gold, just a fleck. But what's really interesting is you can kind of catch a spot where the sun reflects and just look for shiny things. And here's a grouping in here. Here's some more quartz. Usually gold is found with quartz. I found one piece that was just full of little shiny crystals. Not gold or fool's gold or silver, but just like clear crystals. The main focus to come up here was to check for indications of the trail. And I do see what looks like a trail through the middle of that open sage. I did see something coming down from the pass, but it was really close to some trees, and I thought it would possibly be water drainage. Alright, we're gonna look around some more. Here's a piece that just really begs for attention. All of those shiny faces in this quartz. Another thing that I've been just keeping a keen eye out for are antler sheds. This is the place to find them. Same with that last excursion there. it's so empowering to find a shed, and it just fills you with courage at that time for the rest of your journey, all the way until you get into your bedroom. It's just an amazing feeling. All right, I have the final answer is yes, I'm going to go down tomorrow. First, I'm going to check my food supply. I left a couple things with the motorcycle I wish I would have brought. However, the bag was getting heavy towards the end of this hike today, mostly because of the 2 liters of water I was carrying. But there's an easy retreat if I don't find a trail and I don't find any place to camp down here. This big draw on the far side of the canyon is I think it's called Big Creek, and I can actually hear it from here. If anything gets sketchy, I'm just gonna bail back. This whole section here, I can follow the meadow all the way back up to the pass. I'm talking too much, but it's helping give me confidence. Great excursion up here. You know, I could spend, another couple hours wandering around. I've got all my food is in the bag and a liter of water. I've got a liter of water at the tent. So I have a good plan. Yeah, morning time here. Enjoying the last of my coffee. Enjoying my camp chair. Not too long ago, there was a moose that came right through here, right past this tree, through the forest. I was still in my sleeping bag. It was interesting because it's like a circus at 5 in the morning with all the animals making noise for a new day. So it's like impossible to sleep in once you hear that stuff. And I was so tired. I'm tired now. And I'd heard some rocks falling on that slope that I crossed through yesterday. Footfalls, animal traffic. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I did get a peek out of the tent and see this large black four-legged moose. And when this guy came through, I could hear him breathing. It sounded like King Kong or something. It was I really wanted to pop out and see, because I had the opportunity to come out and look real quick, but I didn't want to spook him. He probably didn't know I was here. Maybe he does now. I'm almost certain he's bedded down like 80 yards over here because I heard the noise with the branches and whatnot, and then it stopped. I could kind of see him stop moving, and I haven't heard any noise since then. Here I've got a faint trail next to the drainage. Coming into the forest, a well-defined trail, and look at this. Out of nowhere, here's a sign, and this is what I wanted. However, Big Creek Trail 93 is here. My guess is this one peters out. I was thinking this intersection here was on the other side of the Big Creek. Nice, well-worn path through here, and this is what I saw from up there last night. It's looking good so far. Just hoping to be able to cross the creek and still find the trail, or have a trail. Yeah, and for this one I brought the air horn. I'm taking it out of the bag and I'm gonna keep it in my pocket. I also have the bear spray, but this is one that you can use for a further distant encounter, hoping to scare the animal away before this, which is like they say 30 yards, but I'd say 30 feet. Yeah, and here's a big old guy here. Just dropped into this forest, heading down to the creek. Checking animal signs. No human tracks back here. I think there's some moose tracks. Hello! Coming down! Making noise. Here's the trail. I'm pretty sure it goes up this draw. It'd be a really long switch to go back down. It looks steep. I don't know. The creek is down here. Wow, look how clear this water is. And here's the trail. It probably goes up this draw here. Here I'm climbing out of the creek, and this is debris from an avalanche, and it came down this draw that I'm climbing. Fortunately, I see the trail over on the other side, but way up there, probably half a mile, I can see more debris. This whole small canyon had a major avalanche through here. I'm hoping it doesn't affect following the trail. Well, I'm on the trail right now, but it's been obscured by this slide avalanche. Here's the trail here, and it looks like this is the top of it. So if I can find out where the trail is just beyond this, I'll be doing alright. Well, I lost it down in here, and I'm looking around. I don't see anything. Right up there, I see something, and I see something higher going up that way. I'm going to look at the map and see how this makes sense. Here's this scant trail. And I'll tell you what, the animals are keeping it alive. My marker to come back down this draw are these sharp, craggy rocks here. And I was saying to myself, man, I wish I had a marker. And right here is a marker. Somebody's been here. Alright, there's a marker. So, you know, if I'm lucky enough, there will be markers where there isn't a trail. I've been following the draw. No more tape. You know, the trail probably went up one of these side ledges. My guess is I might try to get up there. But this is the ticket back, this draw. And because of these down trees, I might want to get up out of it. I don't think there's a whole lot more to go. I can see blue up here. Wow, it's kicking my butt. I just climbed up this slope from the drainage. And what do we have? We've got some tape. And the trail, wherever it is or was, comes up higher. I don't know how much more there is. I'm getting tuckered. I still got some tape here. I don't see any more just yet, but it's fairly obvious. It's just this draw here to follow up, and it's getting kind of rugged. Here's snow now. Again, I can't get lost, follow the draw, but maybe stay up higher for an easier route down. I'm gonna need to find some water for a camp if I stay back here. This is what the trekker does. Look at water and some trees, maybe a camp spot. Yeah, what a brutal hike. You know, I thought last week's trip was hardcore. This was pretty hardcore, but it's all good. We'll get back. Water, shelter. We're gonna look around, and I think the lake is just over this next rise. Crazy, but great. We're gonna set the tent somewhere in here. Shade won't matter after a while. I'm in a huge cirque, and I believe Shadow Lake is just over this way. But this was something else coming up here. A great way to bring wild into an adventure, cutting through all this craziness here. One thing is, I'm looking out here and I'm just a little higher than I was late afternoon, early evening yesterday when I climbed that butte and ridge next to my camp area. Well, there ain't no lake here. There might be a tarn later for a little while. I'll bet that lake is over this lip here. And perhaps what I'm thinking is there's an intersection that goes up the right side after that avalanche washout. that makes sense on my map, that it goes up to the top there, which it looks nice and wide open, like some of these ridge tops, and then it drops back over into this next cirque. All right, so I followed what I believed was the trail to the lake. I'm not a big lake fan anyway. I've got my water and I've got a camp zone, and I'm halfway done with an amazing adventure back here. This is deep into the Lost River Mountain Range, Challis National Forest. And it's really just tempting to want to hike up that and find out. I doubt I'll do that. It'll take a lot of gumption and motivation. Nutso. Well, you won't blame the trekker for trying, but you can't blame me for stopping here so close right now, and I just had the urge to go for it. Look over here is the flat plateau. That lake is back there. It's got to be. And the plateau is up here too. I've been hounded by mosquitoes. Look, this has got to be like 800 feet right down to that snow. And I can't go anymore because I'm running out of juice and I need my energy to get down. I'm hoping I don't hurt myself. Mostly concerned about my elbows falling back. Yeah. I wish I was at my camp right now. Way down there. 1,200, 1,300 feet down. Damn it. And the mosquitoes are just hounding me. It's got to go back. Wow. That was some serious stuff. I didn't fall coming down. What a miracle. What I'm thinking, there were more pink strips of tape going up there. What I'm thinking is, at some point, they're gonna work a trail in here, you know, and if it's done right, it'll work. You know, a long switch through that cirque. Now what also I think is that the split down there at the top of the wash, slide, avalanche, debris going right was a clear shot through sage up to like a mesa, very much like the one I saw there. And the fact is, it's not far, and it probably connects to some degree. Maybe that got washed out or something. I don't know. But, and I'm not exactly sure. I'm tired, I'm babbling. I think that the original trail went up that slope. And that's that. Man, the bugs were just, that was making it so much harder climbing that slope. There were, you know, at least 50 swarming me, and I probably killed 50. I'd go like this and there would be like 6 of them on my shoulder. I think they got me through the back here. It's a cool down and dinner. a late dinner. It's probably pushing 9 o'clock now. Yeah, change of weather here. I had a sprinkler too. Hard to say if it's gonna rain, but most likely it will. It's my plan to head back to the motorcycle today. I can see the next pass where I camped at. Straight over there. I'm thinking it'll be 3 hours to get out. Don't have rain pants. They're at the motorcycle, but that's okay. I'm thinking that I can get most of it done before it comes down hard. But I'd like to get packed up here soon. Alright. I had a good route following these tags. And right here is where I lost the route coming up. It switches this way and along the slope here. A whole lot easier. And this is where I went wrong. And what I've done here is made some kind of a marking with these sticks and branches to route the next person up towards the right way. We can see back here the tags, but I didn't see. If I had my druthers and enough time, this is the way I would have gone up towards Shadow Lake. And my guess is there's an old trail or route through it this way. I'm almost down to the log jam. Yeah, here I am in the last pass. The first one where I camped had about 15 minutes of sprinkles. Looking rather dreary over this way. Heading down, heading over this way, should be no more than an hour. Fabulous view here.